Project 44 is the official sponsor of the Innovation Theater at Edge 23. We thank Project 44 for their continued support of CSCMP.
I'm Nick Zabico. I'm from here. I'm the Senior Director of Logistics and Tech Division for the Americas. And basically what that means is we work with the groups that are not auto, that are not government, and that are not through our partner segments. So our clients, you'll see the list here in a bit, but include a lot of the tech groups, whether it's Uber, whether it's DoorDash, whether it's Amazon. We're the ones that are really helping guide their ability to be able to deliver whatever it is we're ordering in. And we'll talk about how we're doing that through private mapping for them. So when we're talking to our clients and our customers, there's really kind of four real major components that are impacting what they're looking at when it comes down to their mapping and leveraging that technology. It's the visibility aspect. Where is the goods? Where are the products? Where are the people we're trying to pick up? Where's the taxi? Where's the Uber? I'm sure all you guys took Uber on the way over here. How do they find you, right? They want that visibility aspect in there. The next thing that you see is efficiency and optimization. How do I take all this information that I have and effectively put it into a place that allows you to operate your business at the maximum optimization? We'll talk about how that loops into private mapping in a moment, because everybody runs their business different. And this theory that you can take one standard map and use it across everybody for every situation just doesn't work. Your information is valuable, your client's information is valuable, and what you are doing with it is and should be a competitive advantage. And that's how we work with it from that. Control and data governance, right? If you think about the ability to make on the fly changes to the way that your customers are driving, potential roads you're going on and not going on, and also just having control of who has the data. When you're sitting there with some of the map providers and things like that, once you start putting your information in, it's free game. You're sharing it with everybody. And a lot of the clients that we talk to, especially the largest of the large, will tell you that is crucial and is a massive competitive advantage for them. And obviously, as we continue with electrification and going into smart cars and that type of thing, how is that impacting it? How are you going about leveraging battery-operated cars? How are you leveraging if it's a path that you can do with an e-car versus driving? What is the path that you should be driving on to make sure you're hitting those charging stations on the way? That is, again, something that if you build your map intelligently and overlay everything, you can really start getting a huge competitive advantage. This is what we're seeing again from the trends. Everybody's asking about the last 100 meters. How can we get better at showing those are? I'll tell you, we're going a level further. I want the last meter. Last 100 meters, great. That's awesome. Go try to get picked up being 100 meters off of where somebody's picking you up from. Go have your package delivered 1 meter off. One of our clients right now, we're helping with Portugal, which is a very complex area to map. Drop-off locations in Portugal for people versus packages, completely different. But again, how do you take that and how do you make it more efficient for you to be able to deliver? Hyper-precision positioning. Where exactly are you? Where exactly do you need to be picked up? Make it more efficient for your client. Make it more efficient for them to be able to service you better. One of the large food delivery companies tell you that they lose tens of millions of dollars a year because they show up. If you are an apartment complex, the coordinates put you in the middle of the apartment complex. What we're helping them doing is if I order and I'm consistently in building A and I'm 303, they will repin where A303 is so that the drive goes straight there versus wasting that time. Again, it's that precision accuracy. People are talking about whether it's OpenStreet, OSM, or other companies that are out there, different types of Overture, some of these other free companies that are going out there. What are they trying to put together? That stuff's great. There's ways to make it better. There's ways to make it more efficient. We play with everybody. We can overlay and work and interconnect with all of them. E2E, end-to-end shipments and asset tracking. P44 was talking about it earlier. It's super important for our people. Not whether you're moving a person, whether you're moving a food good, or whether you're moving an actual shipment of something. We provide that visibility in there, and obviously people are starting to look at indoor tracking. How do you map everything through here? How do you map warehouses? How do you make them more efficiently? In our world, it's just a map. We're just creating a different one for you. And then obviously AI, everybody's talking about it and how that's improving, making some things better, and in some cases making it more challenging for it to work. But you have to have an open mind in how to do it. So who's here? We've been around for over 30 years. We're in the industry from a mapping perspective. Most People who have cars that have GPS in them, I mean, that's really our bread and butter. That's where we started out. That was that part of it. But we work with the data side of mapping, whether that be real-time traffic, routing optimization, and all those type of things. We help with that. Web services to be able to communicate and allow your maximal ops time. SDK for integration, simple APIs, be able to integrate with any of the systems that you guys currently have. We have a huge amount of data partners. I mean, where we get data from as a whole, there's tens of thousands of data points that we're getting from different customers and people around the world. And obviously private mapping. And private mapping, I think, is one of these major differentiators that the people who are doing the most with it right now are taking advantage of it. And we'll talk a little bit about how that works. Again, here are the clients. We're a global organization. We have over 7,000 employees worldwide. We are just a company that sits there and works with the best of the best that is trying to improve certain things. We go direct with many of them and indirect through partners because that's really our world that we're trying to work with and be able to deliver for. So let's talk a little bit about what private mapping is. The visual here works really well, but the best way to really think about it is in a private mapping scenario, you're taking our mapping data and any of your proprietary information gets laid on top of it. So if you can just picture taking your own stuff and making it where you don't have to upkeep and you don't have to be responsible for the main mapping components. It's very challenging to upkeep those. We get tons of data points to be able to do it, but being able to layer that over. So any investment that you've made in the past in geocoding and infrastructure stays in place. I don't want to rip and replace any of that. I want to try to amplify it and make it better for you and your organization. Again, foundational map sits under us here. Consistently being updated. In the past, people were used to quarterly updates, then they wanted monthly updates, then they wanted weekly. We're doing bi-weekly, multiple times a week where updates are going into the map. Points of information, POIs, any of those type of things. But what you end up with is what's important. And what you end up with is your own company's map, your own company's information that nobody has is gaining that competitive advantage. One of the large last mile delivery companies, parcel companies that do the deliveries, they're scanning at those door points every single day. That is so valuable to them. But they're saying, hey, how can we lay that over so that new people coming in to do deliveries on routes can take advantage of all this information? Their last mile or the ground delivery services are our outsourced partners. How can you ensure the person that is delivering on that has all that knowledge that they've gathered over the years? And that's what we're really there to deliver for it. We're there to make the map and have you guys have ultimate control. On top of it, now you can start manipulating the map. I don't want you to drive down that road. Yep, I know it's a road. I know it exists. Running our truck down that doesn't work because the road's too narrow. Doesn't make sense for us. Or everybody goes in the front. When you come back around, you got to now go around two different ways on a one-way street. If I block that one off and make you come that way, you can come right in through the back. Those type of things are the control that give you the ability to make something make sense that allows more of a competitive advantage. And that's what we talk about when we're looking at the private mapping. Okay, here's just an example. Even if you take something that doesn't exist, it's not a mapping site per se. So this is actually using an example of like a mining company. A mining company has a plot of land. Somebody has a yard that doesn't actually have roads per se. People drive on them. And you want to map it and create how to be able to live in that environment. Map the site, private site. Overlay it on the existing mapping information that would be there, any POIs, any existing maps, and then start creating your own attributes for it. Where trucks can drive, what can go on there, what routes they take. We do this for people who are trying to map yards, and they want to do it based on their yard. Again, it's the creation of your own map with your own information, who can drive in what ways. If you told us in one of your things, no, every truck can drive on this, and you're not supposed to drive on it, you can override it. You can actually have that control because maybe the rules haven't changed. Or you want people to only drive 20 miles on that road even though it's 30 miles an hour on that road. Those type of controls, that ability to be able to put that in place, again, puts everything into your physical control. This is, from an example, this is what it would look like in your standpoint, right? You guys are up top, you're ordering, you're managing your fleet, you're running all your business there. You've got partners feeding you in information. We've got partners feeding us in information. And we're going to work back and forth with you, feeding in whether it's data enhancement, map alignments, delivery, traffic, real-time traffic. All that stuff gets fed back in, But the key is what sits up top is yours. Nobody else is getting that information. You guys are able to do it. You're able to work with us, take components of it, take components for certain countries. Because we have a lot of clients that say, I want everything for Spain. I don't want a lot of the stuff for Japan, or here's why. Like, all that point is there to be able to end up with a complete vision of the map of what they're looking for. So again, our view of the future of map making is extremely collaborative. I do not believe that somebody is going to go out and deliver you the best map by just saying, take it is what it is out of the box. You guys every single day are gathering data from it, and we want to try to leverage that with you. So again, we believe it's open and interoperable, and I hate that word, so I screwed it up. You guys got that on recording, that's good. But again, collaborative partnerships, and then also working with the compliance and the governments that comes with it. It's extremely important that you end up with exactly what you're looking for than somebody saying, this is what I got, let's jam it on in there for you. So with that, I can answer any questions if you guys have. Otherwise, we're literally right around the corner. We can talk over there. Thank you, guys.